Hello and welcome to Automobile Galaxy, your go-to channel for fascinating stories behind legendary machines from the past. Today we're diving into the skies of World War II to uncover the story of one of Japan's most unique fighter aircraft, the Kawasaki Ki-61 Hien. The Ki-61 Hien stood out in more ways than one. When it first appeared in combat, Allied pilots were baffled. This Japanese plane didn't have the usual features they had come to expect. It had a long nose, streamlined fuselage, and it sounded different. That's because it was powered by a liquid-cooled inline engine, unlike most Japanese fighters that used air-cooled radial engines. In fact, at first, the Allies thought it was a German or Italian aircraft. This confusion even earned it the Allied reporting name Tony. The Ki-61 was designed by Takeo Doi and his team at Kawasaki. The development began in the early 1940s, as Japan was looking for a fast, well-armed, high-altitude interceptor to counter modern American bombers. Unlike the lightweight and maneuverable Zero, the Ki-61 was heavier, more robust, and featured armor protection and self-sealing fuel tanks. These were essential features for surviving dogfights and bomber escort missions in the increasingly brutal skies of the Pacific. At the heart of the Ki-61 was the Kawasaki Ki-40 engine, which was essentially a licensed copy of the German Daimler-Benz DB601. This engine gave the Hein a top speed of over 370 miles per hour, a significant improvement over many of its contemporaries in the Japanese arsenal. Its armament was also impressive by Japanese standards, including 12.7mm machine guns, and later models even equipped with 20mm cannons, making it a real threat to American B-17s and B-29s. The aircraft made its combat debut in 1943 over New Guinea and later played a critical role in the defense of the Japanese home islands. One of its most famous moments came during the defense of Japan from American bomber raids. The Ki-61 was one of the few Japanese aircraft capable of intercepting and damaging the formidable B-29 superfortresses flying at high altitudes. Japanese pilots, including some aces, developed aggressive tactics to climb rapidly and engage the bombers before they could reach their targets. Despite its strengths, the Ki-61 had its share of problems. The Ki-40 engine was sensitive and required high maintenance, which was difficult in the harsh conditions of war. Production issues and a lack of spare parts further limited the Hein's effectiveness. In fact, so many Ki-61 airframes were left without engines that the Japanese later installed radial engines into them, creating a whole new aircraft known as the Ki-100. Still, the Ki-61 was respected by both its pilots and its enemies. It was one of the few Japanese fighters that could go toe-to-toe with American aircraft, like the P-51 Mustang and P-47 Thunderbolt under the right conditions. Its rugged construction, powerful engine, and heavy armament made it a versatile machine, suitable for interception, escort, and air-to-air combat. By the end of the war, the Ki-61 had left a lasting impression. Though it was not produced in the same numbers as the Zero or the Oscar, it showed what Japanese engineers could achieve when they stepped away from traditional designs. The Ki-61 Hien represented a shift in Japanese aviation, a move toward building fighters that could compete with the latest Allied technology. Thanks for watching today's episode on the Kawasaki Ki-61 Hien. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more stories about historic machines from land, sea, and air, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, keep exploring with Automobile Galaxy.